What if the direction you turn is changing the direction of your soul? There are moments in life when God changes something visible, not because He needs the change, but because our hearts need it. A new path, a new command, a new direction. The change of the Qibla was one of those moments. To many, it appeared to be only a change in physical direction, from Jerusalem to the sacred mosque in Mecca. But beneath that historical event was a profound spiritual lesson. The true transformation was never about where the body turned, it was about where the heart surrendered. Today we reflect upon two extraordinary verses from Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 149 and 150. Let us walk through them phrase by phrase, allowing the Quran to illuminate not only our eyes but our hearts. Verse 149. And from wherever you go out, Allah begins with words that seem simple, yet they embrace every journey. From wherever you go out, whether you leave your home, your city, your comfort, or even a chapter of your life, Allah's guidance travels with you. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions had migrated from Mecca to Medina. Their lives had completely changed. They had left behind homes, families, memories, and security. Yet Allah reminds them that no matter where life takes you, your relationship with Him must remain your constant direction. Spiritually, every believer experiences migrations. Sometimes we leave sins behind, sometimes we leave pride behind, sometimes we leave old versions of ourselves. The body moves through the world, but the soul is always searching for its true home. Turn your face toward Al Masjidul Haram. Historically, this command marked the official change of the Qibla. For many months after arriving in Medina, Muslims prayed facing Jerusalem. Then Allah commanded them to face the Kaaba. To outsiders, it seemed like a change of direction. To sincere believers, it became a test of obedience. The Sufi heart learns something beautiful here. The Kaaba is not worshipped, it is a symbol of unity. Every believer, regardless of language, race, or status, turns toward one sacred center. Likewise, the scattered desires of our hearts must also gather around one center, Allah alone. Many people live with countless qiblas. Some face wealth, some face fame, some face approval, some even face their own ego. But the believer slowly gathers every distraction and turns the entire heart toward its Creator. This is the hidden migration inside every sincere soul. Indeed, it is the truth from your Lord. This sentence carries immense peace. Allah does not say this is merely an instruction. He says it is the truth. Truth does not change because people question it. Truth remains truth even when misunderstood. When the Qibla changed, critics mocked the Muslims. Some became confused, some objected, but Revelation reminded them that truth is not measured by public opinion. Spiritually, many moments in life require this certainty. Sometimes obedience makes no sense to the mind at first, yet the heart that trusts Allah discover wisdom after surrender. Faith often understands only after obedience. And Allah is not unaware of what you do. What a comforting ending. Allah sees every sincere prayer, every difficult act of obedience, every inner struggle that no one else notices. Perhaps your face turns toward the Kaaba while your heart fights against distraction. Allah sees that struggle. Perhaps you are trying to forgive someone, trying to control your anger, trying to leave a hidden sin. No one uploads those battles, but Allah witnesses every one of them. Nothing sincere is ever lost before Him. Now comes verse 150, where Allah repeats the command. Whenever Allah repeats something in the Quran, our hearts should slow down. Repetition is not redundancy, it is emphasis, it is mercy, it is love, teaching the forgetful human heart. And from wherever you go out, turn your face toward Al Masjidul Haram. Again, the command returns. Why? Because consistency builds character. One prayer does not shape a believer, thousands of prayers do. One sincere decision is beautiful, remaining faithful to it is transformation. Every day the believer chooses his direction again. Every prayer quietly asks, what is your heart facing today? And wherever you believers may be, now the command expands beyond the Prophet, peace be upon him. It embraces the entire Ummah, rich or poor, Arab or non Arab, young or old. Every believer stands in one direction. This is one of Islam's greatest symbols of unity. Millions of hearts, one Lord, one book, one messenger, one Qibla. The Sufi path never isolates a believer from the Ummah. The deeper one's love for Allah becomes, the greater one's love becomes for all those who worship Him. Turn your faces toward it. Notice the wording. Allah commands the face, yet every sincere worshipper knows that the face follows what the heart chooses. The body bows because the soul first surrendered. The forehead reaches the ground because pride first began to fall. Real prayer begins long before takbir. It begins when the heart says, O Allah, I choose you again. So that people will have no argument against you. Historically, this removed excuses used by opponents who question the Prophet's mission. The command fulfilled earlier revelation and completed a sign that many already recognized. Spiritually, there is another lesson. The clearer your obedience becomes, the fewer excuses remain inside your own soul. Many of our greatest arguments are not with people, they are with ourselves. Tomorrow, later, not yet. Allah gently removes those excuses one by one. Except those who persist in wrongdoing. No matter how clear the truth becomes, some hearts refuse to accept it. Not because evidence is absent, but because pride has become their Qibla. The greatest veil is not lack of knowledge, it is attachment to the ego. A humble heart can learn fast, an arrogant heart can reject even the brightest light. So do not fear them, fear me. How many lives are directed by fear of people? Fear of criticism, fear of rejection, fear of losing status. Yet Allah redirects that fear. When awe of Allah fills the heart lesser, fear begins to shrink. The soul finally breathes freely. The believer becomes gentle with people because he is deeply connected to his Lord. So that I may complete my favor upon you. Guidance itself is one of Allah's greatest favors. Every command is not a burden, it is an invitation. Allah was not making worship harder, He was completing His blessings upon the believers. Even the commands that challenge us often carry the greatest gifts. The medicine is sometimes bitter, the healing is always beautiful. And so that you may be rightly guided, the journey ends where it always begins. Guidance. Not merely knowing the road, but walking it. Not merely facing the Kaaba, but allowing the heart to revolve around Allah, just as pilgrims circle His sacred house with love, humility, remembrance, and complete surrender. The historical change of the Qibla was never simply about turning east or west. It was about raising a community whose loyalty belonged to Allah above every tradition, opinion, and worldly attachment. Perhaps that same question reaches us today. Your body may know where the Kaaba is, but where is your heart facing? If every desire, every fear, every hope, and every dream were gathered into one direction, would they all point toward Allah? That is the Qibla the soul seeks every single day. If this reflection touch your heart, share it with someone who is searching for direction. And if you long to explore more of the Quran through spiritually rich, balanced, and reverent reflections, continue this journey with us. Perhaps the next verse will not only change your understanding, it may quietly change the direction of your heart forever.